combination of aggressive attack and warm self-praise which has characterised speeches about the programme should be put aside and a more credible approach followed. The better way to use this debate is to look at the programme in terms of what it says about the type of government we will have in the next few years and the policies it is likely to prioritise. I would encourage people to take time to read the programme in detail a few times in order to understand it fully. Overall, it would be better described as an agreement to share office rather than a genuine 5-year programme for proper government. On issues both large and small, the document maintains a deliberate vagueness about what the exact policies and timescales are. A large part of this involves putting off many hard but vital decisions. A very part of the number of early last government policies have been adopted, on occasion with an almost comic attempt to cover this up with new titles for old initiatives. At the same time, exactly the opposite approach of keeping the title but losing the substance can be seen in relation to the attempt to present election promises as being retained in the programme. The programme is long on rhetoric but short on vital substance. Before it can be seen as a genuine basis for governing Ireland in the next few years, a significant number of questions will need to be answered. The rush in preparing the programme shows itself in many small errors in the document, which are of no great importance. What is, however, very important is where the parties do not appear to have noticed direct contradictions between different parts of the document.
It's filled with fudge, it's filled with reviews. And when that happens in any negotiation, that means there's no meeting of minds on the issue involved. So the issue is kicked up the road. Instead of agreeing a programme for government and then going into a coalition on that basis, what Fine Gael and Labour did was they cobbled together this piece of work to facilitate their ministerial ambitions. And what this illustrates is the eagerness of these two parties to get into government. As Sean O'Casey says, to get their posteriors on ministerial seats. There's no strategy in this programme for getting people back to work or resolving the education crisis. So there's patently no excuse for describing it as a democratic revolution. Taoiseach, please call it something else, but don't call it a democratic revolution. That has yet to come. Chucky Shee Fos.
But I think that there is an alarming similarity between the policies in the programme for government and in the policies being pursued by the last government. I think that, to some extent, the Taoiseach and the government have walked into the Fianna Fáil swamp, and they are sinking in those quicksands already. That is a danger which they have got to be very aware of, and I think it's particularly evident in what's been happening in Europe in the last 10 days. You know, I wish the Taoiseach Godspeed and good luck in his negotiations in Europe, but I think he's been landed in an extraordinarily difficult situation. You know, to be out there now and to find himself in a position of retreat from the position being held by the former government already is a very perilous situation.